We go. We are live now. I'm so excited. This is something that we've been waiting to do. Hi, Tammy.
Hi.
Um, Everybody, we're gonna wait till people get in and start watching just a little bit. But this is Tamanava, and from Broomsticks Designs on Etsy shop, as well as Broomsticks Facebook page, and we're gonna call her Tammy. Tammy, can you tell everyone a little bit about you and your
Sure.
business?
And my business. So, I'm a San Diego native, married, have a teenager. She'll be 14 on Saturday. So, happy birthday, Rachel. I am a fifth generation pagan high priestess. And so, I am both book taught, class taught, and family taught. And I run a small home business called Broomsticks, as was mentioned. My logo is a little witch, and she looks just like me, so you can't miss it. But I make bath and body and candles, and I do art pieces like door wreaths and centerpieces. I'm also pagan clergy, so I can perform hand fastings, weddings, house blessings, etc. So anybody who needs my help, feel free to ask. I also am a tarot reader and a pendulum reader.
Awesome. And you've worked with us on a few shows and awesome talent that you have. And I actually bought some stuff from at your Etsy store and I won a contest. You have a contest. You want to tell
Yeah.
everybody about that?
Yeah, there are just a couple weeks left. So October, of course, is my favorite month. And once a week, I have a contest all of October. So there's 4 winners total. Right now, the contest for this week is going to end tomorrow. So there is still time. Go on the Broomsticks page, post your favorite little funny. It'll tell you how to do it. And I'm going to pick a winner tomorrow around noontime. And then next week will be the last week. So there'll be a new post, a new funny to go for. Post it in the comments, and I will pick the one that tickles my funny bone, and they get a free product.
I got handmade soap and it is dragon's blood.
Mhm.
And I haven't used it yet. And I'm like, oh, I've got to appreciate it and take pictures and all that. And I did put it up on the fan page and tell everybody to go put in there because that was really a neat surprise. So thank you so much for that. I get
Mhm.
to publicly tell you thank you. And so anyway, that's so cool. But we decided that we wanted to, and Carla couldn't make it, but I believe she's watching. And so we wanted to talk about protective magic because
Mhm.
we do need to um, make sure that we have some protections in metaphysically. And so, Tammy, you and Carla and I decided that yeah, it's time. It's time to have this show and talk about all the things that you can do to metaphysically shield yourself and keep yourself, in a safe place at your home, in your personal space around you. And we want to say hello to everybody. Hi, Kate. And hi, Rhonda. Hi, everybody. So, what we're going to talk about, I wrote a book called Protective Magic. And Tammy, with all of everything growing up and your book taught and all that stuff, you also know how to wield magic and keep yourself
Mhm.
your space and yourself, safe as could be. And that's
Yeah.
why we create sacred spaces to work in and things like that. And I tell people this when you have magic and you have talent and power, the other side, the negative side of things, can see that. And sometimes they want to bring it over to their side, all kinds of different things like that. So we want
Mhm.
to stay under the radar. And so, if anybody's seen the show Sleeping Beauty, and it's when the witches are trying to change using the magic to change the color of the dress, the magic and all the color goes up through the chimney. And so the dark thing, which was the raven, saw it. And so we want to stay under the radar and keep our magic here so that the dark stuff doesn't see it. Okay. And that's my take on it. So there's a lot of things you can do. So when Tammy, when I teach this at my home, I start at the sidewalk. And I go and say, you know what can you plant in your yard? And
Mm-hmm.
then we go in and what can you do to your front door, your windows? What do you put in your house? What do you do in the backyard? My class would take about 2 hours, and we don't have that tonight. So we're going to try to go through what we can to, really tell you guys what to do. So get your notebooks out, you guys, and please share the show. And if you like, follow, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Psychic Fixes, just tell me in the comments. I'll put your name in to win a autographed picture of Johnny Depp and Winona Ryder in Edward Scissorhands. I've got with the little certificate of, everything comes with it. So let me know if you do it. And we're going to talk a little bit about clearing your house. So I tell everybody, clear everything out, every negativity, everything out, and then cleanse your house and always bless your house and then ward your house. And I know it's kind of arduous and it takes more than one day, but your energy in your house is going to be so great and you're going to be truly, metaphysically protected. And let's talk about clearing. And we'll talk about the house more than the yard. In the yard, you can have protective plants. I have holly. And that's because it's got sharp edges, right, Tammy? We want anything that has a thorn, anything that has a sharp edge or that might scratch someone, that's a protective plant. And protective plants as well. I have lavender in my yard. Lots of different things are there. Periwinkle, all kinds of things. And Tammy, do you have anything outside in your yard?
So we have some cacti in the front because the same thing, defensive, pointy things. We found bougainvillea is also a nice one because it's very pretty and it looks like it's innocent, but there's a lot of thorns within it. And the birds like to hide into it as well. And so during the summer, they sing. Oh, and so you have a nice singing, pointy plant.
So you guys can plant things that or put them in pots if you have, don't have the space that are defensive plants. And if you use Scott Cunningham has his books on plants, you could try that. If not, you can always PM me if you're really interested and I will give you a list because I have a list over here. Now, clearing our house though, let's start at the front door. Now, back in the day, they used to put a swag of dill, right over the door. And evil eye is always good to have inside the front door as well. And but there's a lot of things that you can do. I think the potted plants there is a really good idea as well. Do you do anything special to your doors in your home?
So in addition to what you mentioned, I also use salt water. I make my own holy waters. And then we have a special poppet. We have a negativity eater named Mojo. And she was made out of moss from the bayou in Louisiana. And it's over 150-year-old moss. And it's got a lot of energy in it.
Oh, wow. That is so neat. So you ward it in different ways and leave things there. Now, I always like bay leaves. And I knew somebody who had a bay leaf tree, and that's on my list. And she made wreaths out of it. So if you have any kind of wreath, stick a little protective plant in there, be it a little bit of dill, or there's all kinds of herbs that you can put in there, rosemary, anything like that. Put a little bit in there. Yeah. And so once you're in your house, there's lots of things you can do. So we love our holy water. You guys can go to any Catholic church and get some. It's free, but you can make it too. And it can be easy. I'll ask you in a second, Tammy, if you have a quick way, but I put it in a little glass container, and I put even my anointing oil for my windows, or I use the holy water to protect. I just put it in there and I put my hand on it, and on whose authority? So whatever your higher power is on this authority, will consecrate this water for the use of whatever. If it's going to be oil for healing, you would say for healing. If it was water for protection, say for that, or all purpose, whatever you want to say. To me, the intention is everything when you're doing magic. It's your intention of what you're going to do. That is the magic. So you can make your own water. And now I like to put it in a spray bottle. And so, yeah, it's so easy. So I'll go to the corners in the house and I'll spray across because that's what I want to do. You can spray a smear, whatever you want, you know, a letter, whatever you want to do that makes you feel that this is powerful and it is going to keep things out. And you can always say words, please. When you do magic, talk. Speak your words of what you're doing. So if you're going to spray the holy water, I spray it like this. And this is for keeping everything, negativity out. This is for warding my house, whatever it is, I will do that. So I'll do it over the doors. Now, when you're using oil, we use olive oil. I use olive oil. But when you get it on paint, you guys, you can make a dirty smear. It can build up. So that's why I use the water. You know, that's why I do. And then over the doors, the same thing. Your cross, your smear, what are you doing it to keep negativity out? So do you have anything to add to that, Tammy?
I do pretty similar. The only warning I add to that is if you are spraying near your floors and you're using oil, safety, it can get slippery. I also like to add into my oils and my waters a little bit of salt, and I often add a crystal that I've charged. So clear quartz or black tourmaline, onyx, whatever the purpose of that water is, I try and find a stone or a crystal that goes with that just to give it an extra boost.
I love that. I think I'll start doing that. I love that. Yeah, I love crystal elixirs too. They're really neat. But let's talk about the corners. So I do a couple of things. If I need to quickly get something out, I don't have my tuning fork, which you can get cheaply on Amazon, and get a quartz and hit it, and it'll go ding. And I'm sorry I didn't have it here. And I just run it right up to the ceiling. They just run it up because they do not. Negative stuff doesn't like those sounds, just like this.
Yep.
They do not like that. So you can ring a bell wherever. But if I don't have time, I do this. Clap all the way up to the ceiling. Okay.
A rolling pin and a metal pot.
Yes. And they just don't like it. Go around and you guys get all the corners. Okay. That means you have to get into your closet. Do you know the old things about, the monster's in the closet? Yeah, the monster can be in the closet. Go in and get it using one of those things, whether it is your holy water or making noise. Now, John Waller's Our God Reigns Here is my go-to music. And when it's hard for people to do this stuff, I said, then you go blast it and just take it, get it on your phone or whatever. And I want you just to put it in the corners and go around the house. And then I want you to do it to your car because that is the most powerful song I've ever heard. So do get that. And what I do is the four corners warding, which I make salt jars. And I can put those around in the four corners of the house. So I usually put wild rose seeds and any kind of salt. And sometimes I'll just put some rosemary in it or some lavender, whatever I have out in the yard. Kalia, it is Our God Reigns Here by John Waller. It's a Christian song, and you'll be so surprised when you listen to it. It's so powerful. And so also, so I'll put those salt things around. Now, you guys, if you have little kids and you got pets, please don't do the salt stuff. That can wreck their kidneys, so don't do that. But there's a ton of things you can do. I'll go to warding right now. And I don't really want to jump to it, but I'm going to because we're talking about corners. So one thing that I do is I put a natural implement into the corners, every corner of my house. If you're downstairs and you go into that bathroom, you're going to see a granite rock up near the ceiling. That's where I got it, to put it in the corner. Also, in every little, be it a pebble, be it a big rock, petrified wood or quartz or anything. I have a natural thing. You can go to the store and get yourself a terracotta tile, please piece of tile, any natural thing. So I put that in the corners, and this is what I do. And you can get my book. I'm not pushing it on anybody, but it's called Protected Magic. Everything's in this one. So I go over there and then I set my attention that this is going to be protection and help me make a big bubble around the top and underneath my home. Okay, we do under the home because under the home there can be all kinds of things that happen there. So we want to have the whole house done. And so what I do is I just aim my energy. I'm just going to put some energy there, and I'm going to bring a shield up and over the roof of my house. And you go around and you keep doing that, you're going to have a big ball up there. Make sure you do under the house and then up till you have a big sphere and see it in your mind's eye. And then you state, that is my sphere. And I always, every day, I go and talk to the other side, and then I say, and, clear my sphere of any negative energy and take it to where it does no harm. So many practitioners, Tammy, will tell me that they're discharging negative energy into the ground and into other dimensions. There's healers. I had a friend that went up Northern California, and learned how to heal. And it was pulling negative energy out of this dimension and putting in another one. And I said, well, what's wrong with that picture? Maybe we're living there. Other people are living in that dimension. You want to throw the dirty water in there? No. We let the other side decide where that negativity can safely go. So that's what I do. So I ward that way in a natural implement in my corners as well as my home. And Tammy, do you have like a warding thing that you do? You put a shield up or?
I do all the same things that you mentioned, but I also add in other layers. So we do very multiple layers of protection that we maintain quarterly. So we're always refeeding that energy, re-blessing that energy. We draw with chalk underneath the doormats, certain sigils for protection or to draw prosperity or health or whatnot, whatever we need at that time. We add that. We do music as well, but we do more of pagan-y type music, and you can go on YouTube and find pagan songs and make a playlist. Certain flowers will hang at certain times of year. We kind of go with the seasons. We go with the Sabbats. So like right now we're getting ready for Samhain. So everything's more focused on not pushing out, but bringing in. We want our spirits to come in and spend some time with us. So we're being a little bit more leeway. We're still keeping the negativity out, but welcoming what we want to come in.
I love that. And I love that you brought up chalk because I have lots of chalk. And I will do the fences, and I will put things on my bricks and things like that. So the walkway to keep, stuff out. Let me jump to one thing. This psychic alarm. Okay. We all have a built-in alarm. And it can really, you tune in, it can really, really save you, can do great things. And for me, it happens in the abdomen, and I get really shaky, and I go, oh, my stomach kind of sinks, and I go, something's wrong. And it can be, I know it's for the kids, or I know something's going on. So I was having a meetup once, and some people were infiltrating the meetup. They wanted to come and come in and tell us how wrong we are, what we're doing is wrong. And it was tarot. And so when I noticed that nobody was showing up for practice, where is everybody? I mean, I have 14 people that march in and do tarot practice. And then a car came And then I heard the doors, and I couldn't quite see them. And then as soon as the top of someone's head came up, it got me in the stomach, like boom. And I went, and I knew that in this case, it was Jehovah Witnesses, and they were intentionally coming to, you know, save our lives, save our souls. And so, and that I don't have any problems with anybody's religion. Go for it, but you don't come in and mess with me. And so I knew it right away. And I went to the front door and I swung it open and I said, stop. And they were like, oh, this never happened before. You know, like, we were trying to do this, it didn't work, you know. And the guy was a very large man. And so she kept inching by, and I said, that's enough. Go in peace. I love God. I believe in Jesus. And you don't want to be here, though. So she ended up coming almost all the way up and trying to give me some literature. And I said, no, I'm not going to take it, you know, but go with God. But you need to leave. So she turned around, and they were leaving when he swung around and he yelled, wait. And I was like, oh, great. What is he going to do? And he goes, how did you know? And I go, in my head goes, what part of psychic don't you understand? I knew who you were. And I just said, oh, what's in your hand? That tipped me off. And they went, and, you know, I don't know if they did it to anybody else. So we have this built in, you know, you guys, when you get the vibes, come on, when you get the vibes, or you think something's wrong, kids are up to something, that you have to understand, use your intuition. That's what it is. And you have to use that. So please, if you have any vibes in your house, around your house, or anybody that comes to your house, go with it. You have to take, you know, whatever measures that you need to. So you can grow everything in the front yards as well as the backyards. I have aloe. I have, now aloe, you go, oh, healing. It is. But some plants have a stronger energy, and then they can even have other energies. So believe it or not, aloe has sharp edges and pointy edges, so we can use it for protection. As long as you, that's my intention for aloe is protection and healing. And I have lavender, and I have thyme, and I have giant rosemaries in the back. I have all kinds of really neat things. And I have sacred spaces set up. So if we want to work in a sacred space or have a sacred garden, then we want to make sure that we're clearing the energy and we're blessing it. And we're inviting whoever we want to come in. If you want a guardian for it, I have friends that work with the elementals. If you want to have them in, I have not invited the fairies yet. No. I hear that they're mischievous. Do I need to have something there? No. Not right now. So anyway, but in the house, there's plenty of things that we can do to clear. And you can also bring the plants in. You can sage. If you're allergic to sage or the smoke or anything, use the holy water. You know, use the consecrated anointing oil. Do the music, all of that stuff to clear. But a lot of people, Tammy, nowadays, it's so popular to get that giant smudge stick and light it up. So do be careful.
There's actually a meme on Facebook nowadays that says, if you come to my house and you smell sage and you don't like it, it means the sage is working. Oh. And it's like, okay, yeah, I get it. But you know, there's more than sage out there.
Yeah. When I work with things, because I go to the cemeteries and I go into people's haunted houses and I clear stuff, there's little humanoid thingy shaped things that are dark. And I have names for everything, scrabblies and gumbies and things. So that would be a gumby. And actually, when you use the smoke, they just kind of fall apart. They fall apart and they go away. So there are things that add up and top into each other until they can get bigger and bigger. And so Smudging is great. It works really good. But then again, you don't have to. There's a lot of things that you can use. So you can go around and you can do that, and you can ring bells, and you can sing. You can do all kinds of stuff. So you're going to clear your house, make sure that you have got negative energy out of all the corners, and then cleanse it. I'm telling you, you have to clean house sometimes. When we look at feng shui, you don't want to have clutter, all this different stuff. So you're going to want to go through your house and make it. If you want to do feng shui, make it that way. Otherwise, go ahead and give it a good cleaning. That gets your energy all over the house and all over everything. And just have good music on or positive things that you're saying. And then after that, I really feel like it's important. People think that when you clear your house, you are blessing your house. You're really not. You are clearing the house. That means we're getting negativity out, 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 out. Now we need to put in positivity. We need to put in the good energy, and that is the blessing. And so you can actually go around and pray in every room. You can pray in every room if the prayer is to get something out and clear it. You can do that. There's a lot of things in the Bible that's like get the stuff out. But when we bless, we want to go ahead and say something really good and get energy in. I happen to have, I think, a blessing right here. If you wanted to go from the Bible, you could do things like Luke 10:5. Whatever house you enter, first say, "Peace be to this house." Okay, I have tons of them. There's tons of them. You can Psalms 91:10 through 12. No evil shall be allowed to befall you. No plague come near your tent. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Now that would be a good thing when you're clearing. So I made this one up, I think. Lord, we bless this house to make it a home, to create a safe, comfortable living space for those who live here. We post good angels about to guard its contents and to protect all who choose to dwell here. May prosperity, peace, and love be within the walls forever and ever. Amen and amen. So when you are afraid at night and something's going on, and I used to do this for friends, I would say, go to that person's house. I'd say the name. And I said, I post an angel to the north, to the south, to the east, to the west, to the roof to protect that home. And because I have people call and especially elder ones say, I'm worried. I feel a little, and I'll go post those angels. So you can do that to your own home as well. And so bless it. In every way, put beautiful flowers in and seasonal flowers and wonderful music and bake some wonderful Wiccan recipe. There's a lot of great things that you can do. So Tammy, what do you think about blessing a house?
I totally agree. It's all about balance. So when you take something out, you leave a void. You have to put something in, or somebody or something's going to find a way to fill it. So why not it be you, since it's your space? Love in, love out. But in addition to the music that you were mentioning, I was always taught that the idea is to believe that there's everything that is magic. Everything is magic, and there's magic in everything. So from your seasonings that you have in your cabinet to the plants that you have in your garden, everything has magic to it. And therefore, everything can be protective. Yeah, when you add a little bit of sage to that roast, you're adding protection to it. So when you take that in, you're taking in that healing, you're taking in that protection. The other thing is that, we're not just talking about the wards when you're talking about the blessings. It's about the life of the house. You create the life in that house. So whatever is coming out of you is going into those walls, whether you spoke it, thought it, feel it, do it. You're feeding that. So always think about that when, at the end of the day, what did you put into that house? Right. What do you need to take out? Keep that balance. Right.
Absolutely. And words are powerful, Tammy. And I tell people words are so powerful. And so, right, you better counteract anything that happens. But I will tell you that when I keep the energy good, people will come in and just sink into the sofa and just go, oh my gosh. This is, I don't know what it is, but it's the most comfortable energy. It's like, yeah, it takes work. It does. It takes some work. And
Absolutely.
so then we were talking about warding, and so I always sometimes will bring rosemary in and put a bundle because I have so many. I don't know what it is, but my yard just loves rosemary. All around the one side of the pool was a fence, like it was like Sleeping Beauty's castle. It was thorny, gnarly, and it was everywhere. And I did have the fence taken out, and the workers were just like hungry. They were salivating and they're going, oh my gosh. I said, yes, that's rosemary. And the whole neighborhood smelled like rosemary. So I do have a lot. And so I love to make bundles. And then, color. Color is
Mhm.
another way that has energy in it. So depending if you want love, pink ribbon, tie it with that. If you
Mhm.
want protection, we can go for red if we want to. Do you have any special colors that you like, Tammy, for your herbs?
Not particularly. I usually go with the basic color magic charts so that my candles correspond with my ribbons and my ribbons correspond with, the next thing, the fabrics or the mojo bags, wherever I'm working and crafting with. So any of the ones you can find on like Pinterest, Google, or whatnot, I use those.
I have a list of protection stuff, and I do have this little saying: the best spells you will ever cast are the ones where you followed your intuition. I love that.
Definitely.
So for protection, I'll use, I take salt and then I'll use any of these things that I have on hand in my apothecary, I love to get the fresh stuff though. And I'm missing the international markets because they have everything. They have everything. So dill, I love dill. I love it. Cedar, anise, clove, frankincense,
Mm.
sage, lavender, wild rue, juniper, bay, basil, black pepper, caraway, cinnamon, eucalyptus, fennel, flax, frankincense, honeysuckles, hyacinth, lilac, lime. A lot of
Mhm.
times I'll take a little rind of lime and put it in. Mugwort, peppermint, pine, rose stems and thorns,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
wormwood, thistle, sandalwood, cumin, carnation, dragon's blood, peony, myrrh, fern, valerian, vervain, and the crystals I like onyx. I love crystal quartz because I feel like it boosts whatever you're doing. I always
Definitely.
add it. And peridot.
Yeah.
And then the colors I like to use for protection are white, black, purple to drive away the evil, and red. Red, I try not to be too harsh with offensive magic. I like protective magic, so I don't really use that too often. Just maybe sometimes. So there's lots of different things that you can get. My book that I like is Scott Cunningham's Incense, Oils, and Brews. Because in the back, and if you get just one of his books, get that one. Because the back tells you all the different things, love, all the different
Mhm.
herbs, all the different plants for love and protection and psychic awareness, everything, healing.
Mm.
They're all listed there. And it's amazing. I use that all the time. I want to tell you guys, let's go and before I do this one thing, uh, I happen to have an acquaintance, and her name is Samantha E. Harris, and she's a demonologist. She's been on all the television shows. And Samantha gave me permission to have her videos on psychicfixes.com. So you can go there and she will talk to you when you have something bad in your house. So we have to go something that you can't handle, be whatever level that is. If we're going up to just about before a demon or something's in there, she tells you how to and shows you in a video on my show, on my website, how to get it out. How do you clear your house to get that out? Now, the one last step she has is called the warfare prayer, and I always have it. The warfare prayer is for when you have something really, really bad, before you go to the next step, which is go get help, go get some professional help to get whatever's out, be it a priest or a shaman or a witch or whatever. This is something you could try. So you can go online and put Samantha E. Harris Warfare Prayer and it'll come up. And she has you go through everybody in the house that lives there, go through all the different rooms in the house and say this very strong prayer. And she says it will get really the dark stuff out. So, this gives you a tool in your toolbox before you have to go and call somebody, because let me tell you, there's all kinds of people out there. I'm in a group that we go out and we do this to the homes. We take care of this stuff and we can see it and we can see portals and all that and identify stuff. But the fact is there's some people out there that are maybe not as guarded as we would be, Tammy, or know what to do. There's a lot of people that are stepping into the ghost business that haven't been mentored, haven't gone through and had the experience. So do the warfare prayer and then be very discerning over you have somebody to come to your house, because they need to know how to close portals. They need to know how to take things out and have them stay out. They need to know not to let it go home with them. I have heard these stories, Tammy. Have you?
Oh, yeah,
definitely. People taking stuff home, and what do I do now? Because it's now haunting them. So, be careful of who you get. And Samantha, she had a baby. She had a baby girl. So she went out of the business, which all I was doing when she was, announced she was pregnant, is like, get out of the demonology business for a while. Get out. It's too dangerous. So anyway, she gave us the tools, this wonderful video, as well as the warfare prayer. So do try that. But as a Wiccan, I do ritual work, and I know you do all that stuff, Tammy. And so when I tell them this, then please tell us what you guys do. And so when I want to do protection or defensive magic, I'll set out an altar, or I might do it out under the moonlight. I might do it in the house. I set up stuff in the house, and I just get a little platter, and I just put it out. The first time, Tammy, I did it, I taught it and everything, and I wasn't doing it. And I go, I'd like some prosperity and get my business going. And several years ago, I said, well, it's your intention, right? And a lot of people go, okay. Debbie, you said to get salt and put it in a bowl. So I got my 5-pound bag. I'm like, what? And I put it in a giant bowl. And I go, no.
That's not how that works.
I said, no, let's just get a little bowl and put it in. It's your intention of putting salt out. We might as well talk about that. I have over 60,000 people that, if you go to my YouTube channel, Psychic Fixes, you will see my salt video. Over 60,000 people have viewed it. And I say things controversial like salt is salt. No. And I'm like, yeah, it is. But I mean, we can have pink salt and Himalayan salt, and we can bless salt. We can do all kinds of stuff with salt. Now, I do tell people that they could put it into their little bowl and just set the intention that the negative energy will go into it. You could do that. But as a psychic that does readings every single day, salt, this is my opinion, and I'll get yours, Tammy. Salt will absorb all energy, not just negative.
Yeah.
People will tell me, oh my goodness, I've got salt labs. I said, in your bedroom when you sleep for healing and you set the intention, or do you have it where you're doing your readings? And I said, for me, I will not have it. I don't have it in my house. It's all in containers, and I use it for my work, but I don't have it actively out because I have psychic energy constantly. I'm asking for it to come in. I'm controlling it. I'm using it all day long. So if you are a reader, just think about it. Possibly you don't want to have salt all over your house. Okay. But I do my rituals, and I have new moon or full moon rituals. I like to do that. You can do a ritual anytime. But this one time that I go, I better do something because my business, I would like to have a business and do this. I went ahead and got it, went through Scott Cunningham's book, Tammy, and I put green and I put whole nutmegs and cinnamon sticks and I put coins and almonds and a green candle, all this stuff.
Okay.
All this stuff for money, all this stuff for wealth. And this was February. I remember this because what happened was crazy. Put it out there, lit the candle. You guys, you don't have to, depending on what you do, you can light a candle and let it go all the way down, but you don't have to. You can light your candles for a minute, blow it out, Be it a magic candle or when you buy at the store and set an intention, that makes it a magic candle. And so I lit it and set my intention that this would be for prosperity and money and blew it out. And I left it. And guess what? I've been busy, successful business since that February.
Excellent.
I'm telling you. And I kept it up for like a year or two. And then I, put fresh dill on it and stuff like that. Then finally I said, okay, it's done its job. And I continue to enjoy that. So just get a little platter, anything you want. A lot of times people don't want their spouse or somebody else or their neighbors or friends that come in see what they're doing. Well, you can just, put something on the plate and it looks really nice. They don't have to see it. You can put it anywhere. Set your intention on it. So when I'm putting things out for a ritual, and I do things like my tablecloth, just like you do with your layers and everything. My tablecloth color, the crystals, the vintage or antique glass, whatever I'm using all have a meaning. All does, to the water that goes on the table. So you can do things like offerings if you want to do an offering. If I'm doing a table ritual for someone in India, they have a deity, so they're vegan. So I'm doing beeswax and I'm doing different things like that. So some of the things you can do, depending on what you're putting out there, is tobacco or dill, garlic, juniper, lime, marigold. Marigolds are going to go out for the Day of the Dead. Nutmeg, allspice, basil, bay leaves, carnation, cedarwood, cinnamon, oranges, rosemary, tangerines, cloves, colander. I use sapphire. I'll put a sapphire out. Pine, onyx, wild rue, eucalyptus, black pepper, anise. The candle is important. All purpose is white. That's what I use a lot. I do also, if you wanted to, you can do red. A lot of times people do black. I would say don't do black yet. Get a mentor. Iron, agate, topaz, coral, tiger's eye, crystal quartz, fossils, which is stones, fossils, obsidian, and your salt. And I make incense, all kinds of things that you can do if you get a few of these books or look online. And then I always say something to put the intention in. Like, God, I set this table for the powerful energy of protection. May I, who has requested the defensive benefits, be blessed with its strength and magical properties. So mote it be. So always set some kind of intention. So Tammy, you can speak on this now.
And you pretty much covered all the things that I tend to teach or do or live. The only other thing I've ever been handed down and taught from my elders is to think about the fact that your choices, your thoughts, and your actions also are all part of that. So just like you were saying with intention, what you promote for yourself is also protection. So for example, if you had a stressful day and you're coming home, did you blare the radio and sing and get all that stress out? Because that was protecting your peace. Did you stand up for yourself today? Did you speak up on your rights or on your privilege or something you believe in? Because that's you protecting your truth. That's you protecting your values. Did you eat right today? Did you hydrate? Did you exercise? Did you take your medication? That's you protecting your health. So it's not just a matter of what can I find in the cabinet and sprinkle about, or what do I need to cling. You are your best tool, and you have it everywhere you go. You can use it at any time. And that's the beauty of magic being in everything. It's in you. So when you need that protection, it can be as simple as taking a stand and saying, no, I don't allow anything to harm me or harm mine or harm this. And just you putting it out to universe, you've already done that work. The other tools and things add more layers of protection and strengthen what you just said. So it's a beautiful thing in that we are our own best gift when it comes to things like defense and protection. We really are.
I love that. I love it. And part of this, what we should be talking about too, is working with the other side, because we're not alone in this. We're not. And so it's, your belief system, whatever it is, there's always something, there's a higher power that we go to. And then it can be also God, goddess, all of that, whatever, universal energy, whatever that is. And then we can go and just talk about angels, or we could talk about spirit guides. We could talk about our ancestors. Now, Tammy, I don't use ancestors unless I am doing two things. One, I'm doing a cord cutting and something that's going down from through the lineage. And whenever else, I use ancestors when I'm maybe doing a haunted house. If I feel like something's attached to a person, and I go, okay, grandmas, come on, take this out. Nothing like a grandma to take care of something from the other side.
Exactly.
So we need to keep really talking to them. And I talk to them all day. Whenever I start and connect my energy and do a reading, whenever I need help, whenever I kind of set the whole day up saying, this is what we're going to do. This is our itinerary. And Tammy, you're going to laugh. But when I first started all of this, I lived in a place where there wasn't anybody I know that was a practitioner or anything. And I knew that I could do stuff. And so I started in and I go, who am I working with? Who am I going to have help me do a reading? Okay. I know God and I know Jesus. You know what? I'm not going to pick you. I don't know if you've seen some people. Well, I use my Aunt Jean, or I use my angel, one angel, or something. I go, God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, universe, archangels, good angels, good people on the other side, spirit guides. Okay.
There you go.
I went for everybody. I went for everybody.
Yeah, it works.
Everybody is going to help me with this. So do keep in contact, throughout the day with and ask. Oh my goodness, we've got to get this in. I know we've got about 10 minutes left. But Tammy, the thing, I think the key is that people don't ask. Like, I don't understand why God let this happen. I don't know why my guides aren't helping me. The angels aren't doing anything for me. I'm like, did you ask them?
Right.
Because you're going to be freaking amazed when you ask them from this. I need a parking spot. My sister goes, she's in the car with me. I don't get it. How do you always get to park up front?
Yeah.
What is it? I park in the South 40. You get always up front. And I go, because I'm asking. Angels, get me a parking space right up front, get me there fast and easy. Whatever it is, I'm asking all the time. And you're going to be so crazy about that, especially if you want to communicate with the other side too. Bring me pennies, bring me dimes, bring me paper money, bring me a sign. And I need like a week to sit and tell you the stories about the signs. But it really is. Kate says I call it a parking angel. I love that.
There you go.
Okay, parking angel.
St. Anthony,
I just used St. Anthony and I found what I needed.
Yeah, I was taught St. Anthony from my grandmother. It's tradition.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's a balance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's definitely
really
balanced.
works. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
It's not only the asking, it's being grateful after, remembering to say thank you. Manners always matter, even on the other side.
Absolutely. Being in gratitude is one of the manifesting things. And when I tell people to use what I call commanding energy, universe, I want, say it out loud, universe, I want, there's a blank, fill it in. First time I heard that, I thought the lady, well, a little crazy. This is not going to work. In desperation for a date, a good date instead of the ones I was going on, I manifested. And after that, it was incredible, miracle. I went, I believe. Let's look into manifesting. But universe, I want, there's a blank. But what I go is say, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm in gratitude for this. I said, feel being in gratitude and express it verbally. And why I say verbally, talk out loud, you guys, there is a reason. And I needed to get up early one day and I set my alarm and I went and said out loud, I need to get up at 7. And usually that I get up earlier than that, but this was late into the early morning and I better set this. I need to be up at 7. And in my head, I go, give myself 10 extra minutes. So I said it and I put it down, but I didn't do that. I said, I want to be up at 7. Now, at my house, it is 3 a.m. Bang, bang, bang on the door and on the bedroom door. And I was finally had it. And I said, that's going to stop. I mean, I yelled at the spirits. You will not hit my door, slamming it 3 times anymore at 3 a.m. I've got to sleep. Stop it. And it didn't happen again. So here I go, and I say out loud, I need to get up at 7. And then I gave myself 10 extra minutes, but I didn't say it out loud, and I put the alarm down and went to bed. And I heard this in the morning, and this woke me up. 4 proper knocks. No slam, not 3, 4. 1, and I woke up. 2, and I counted. 3, I was out of bed and going to the door, just like there was no kids living at my home anymore, but I'm looking to see if my kids are there. And 4, and nobody was there. And I went, oh, wait a minute. And I ran back to look at the clock, and it was 7 a.m.
Nice.
7 a.m. And I went, wait a minute. I said it, I gave myself 10 extra minutes. Not all spirits can read your mind.
Right.
They can't. So if you're going to be doing your divination work and working with the other side, make sure that they're the good people. Please say it out loud. They can't read your mind. Not all of them can read your mind. And that was like such an eye opener for me because I just assumed if I thought it, they knew. No, that was not right. Tammy, we actually have like 5 more minutes. Was there something that you could think of that we should be letting them know?
The only other thing I can think of is always be careful what you ask for because you're going to get it. So when you put those words out there, make sure it's clear here, it's clear in the heart, and then clear in that throat chakra before you put it out.
That is so right. We need to talk about a crystal, like a little bubble. Let's talk about energy before we leave. It's so important. That's probably one of the most important things is to make sure that you have your defensive little shell around you. That this is how I learned, and I want your take, Tammy. I learned that you see a sphere around yourself. So you put yourself in a bubble. And my mentor said, now, as strong as you can think, is this like a turtle shell? Is this armor? Is this steel? What is it? And Debbie goes, crystal, because I don't know. When I told my mentor it was crystal, she's like, I don't think so. Let's look at this more. Whatever, but she goes, really, whatever in your mind, think of the strongest armor around you. Visualize that. So manifesting, I wrote a book, Many Ways of Manifesting. And that's one of the things. Visualize this fortress around you, the sphere that nobody can get in. And it really works. And so, I have the neatest story, but I don't think I have time. And you can bump it out if you need to. Like you're a little bit close, bumping that circle out a little bit like that. Kate likes pink bubble. Oh man, do I have a story for you someday, Kate? Remind me about the color pink. Everybody will laugh. But because I did have somebody was having problems in an apartment, and I said, "Where's your bubble?" I said, "It's ceiling down, floor up." Yes. I said, "Okay, wait. If you think they're dark and they're doing dark stuff up there, I want you to take the bubble. Here's your ceiling and pop it into where they walking into their space." And so I said, "Don't move out of your apartment yet. I want you to pop that out." And they popped it into the lady's apartment. And all of a sudden, she was walking, bam, 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 bam. She was not happy. That was good energy in her dark energy. She didn't like it. And so I said, keep it up, just like we have to reward our house quarterly or weekly. I do. I said, keep it up there. And the lady put in her 30-day notice of mood.
Nice. Figures.
Yeah. So you can keep good energy around you. Make sure it's fortified. Make sure that you visualize it every morning or something. I've got this great bubble. Take that negative energy out. Bring positive energy in and keep me safe. So Tammy, what's your take on personal space energy? And
I think everyone deserves to have a personal bubble, and the social distancing that we have right now really increases that because now they want you 6 feet apart. I was doing that energetically forever. I've always had that bubble between, because when you drop that, that's when like energy vampires can zap your energy, and you start feeling sick and you do all these things. So it's very easy. It's just visualization and putting that energy out there and around you. I put it around me, my family, the car, the house, everything. My dogs, everything. And the more you do it, the more it becomes second nature to you. When I was first starting out, I had to really think about it and really put that intention. Now it's automatic. I wake up in the morning, I do my gratitudes, and that bubble is already set and ready to roll.
I love that. And it's so automatic when I'm in the car. I use Jesus, and I'll say the white light of Jesus surround and protect me, or surround the car and get me where I'm going and back again, but it's automatically there. I automatically say this when I'm doing certain things. And so it's putting your intention out. It's also alerting the angels to come help if you're asking for that. They're like, okay. But I am telling you, I think the angels I think they're just standing around. We got guides and angels kind of just standing there, and they're going, you're going like, I need to do this, and I need help, and I can't do this or whatever. And they're just going, wow, when is she going to ask us? And because I really feel like we have free will, and they can't do everything for us. And one of the things we have to learn is to ask for help, ask them for assistance. And so, and with that, we've got 1 minute left. This has been really great. We just kind of hit on things for you, and gosh darn it, you got a lot of info.
Definitely did.
Oh my goodness. And maybe at some point, we can talk about other things. Hi, Carlos. Carlos is here. Carlos, we're just wrapping up. And he's saying hi to you as well. So, it's so important. And so let's go ahead and also talk about your business. And we also want to know if you have anything coming up. And I know tomorrow, Carla, we'll see if we can do free readings tomorrow at 3. And if you guys need readings, just go ahead and be there at that specific time. And Carla and I will be doing some free readings. So, Tammy, we love your Etsy shop and all your neat stuff. And so go ahead and tell everybody your name of your shop and your Facebook and everything that you want to say.
So the Facebook page is Broomsticks. And again, you'll see the little witch. She looks just like me, big black hat. On Etsy, it's Broomsticks Designs, and it's all run together. please check it out, support the shop. And if there's something there that you're looking for and you don't see it there, just message me and I'll make it custom for you. I love doing custom pieces. So
well,
happy to help.
You got everything in there because I love the aprons, and I bought the metal necklace with the great
the pendant.
And all of that. Do you have the soap for sale on there?
I don't have it on there currently, but it will be up there soon. I just made a fresh batch, so I gotta get photos and put it up there.
What kind of soap did you make?
I have lavender oatmeal. I have a lemon cornmeal. Ginger pumpkin's really big right now because, of course, pumpkin pie spice.
Yes.
I also have my brown sugar scrubs ready to roll. So I have the apple one for those who are into the apple cider, and I have the pumpkin spice for those who are in the pumpkin. So new things are coming, and then I have a craft fair in November on the second Saturday. So I'll be posting information there as well.
Okay, so on Broomstick's Facebook page,
Yes.
She also go tonight to it and put in for her contest because I won.
Definitely. And
I got Dragon's Blood handmade soap. I'm so excited. I haven't used it yet, but I can't wait. It's like I've got this present. Oh, it's the little things during COVID. I am telling you, everything really matters. Everything. And when COVID started and you couldn't get eggs, I got eggs and I accidentally dropped one and I cried my eyes that I dropped an egg. And so when I got that in and I go, oh, dragon's blood. Yes, if I could have any dragon, that would be so great. And I can't wait to do this. So
hope you like it.
Oh yeah, I'll let you know because we'll talk about it a lot. Let's see, and then next week is our Halloween show. Yes. Now Halloween show is I'm going to give away at least I think 6 Amazon cards, and we're going to do trivia games and stuff like that. We're going to dress in costume. And I'll be giving away the Edward Scissorhands autographed photo. So if you have liked, you guys, if you've liked Psychic Fixes on Facebook or followed us on Psychic Fixes on Facebook or subscribed to the YouTube channel or shared the show or any of the shows on Wednesday or this show, just write it down there in the comments. And after the show, I'll write a ticket and put it in the skull. And then I'm going to pick one out Wednesday and somebody's going to win that. I've got the photo mailer already and I will mail it to you guys. And I love the autograph pictures are so neat. And the value of this one is about $50. And that's probably a little low because it's Johnny Depp. And it will know the writer, So I figure 50 or up. So there you go. It'll be a nice thing to frame and put up. And to me, it was like a little, since it's Edward Scissorhands, it's very Halloweenish. So I love that. Perfect. All right, we're going to say goodnight. And thank you so much for watching. And this video is going on YouTube, and it'll be forever and ever and ever on there. And so we know it's going to have so many people watching it. And if you guys need any help, find Tamanava. And your name is Eden-Mclintock, is it?
McClintock, yeah.
McClintock. And I'm Debbie Duncan. And it was our pleasure to help you guys out. And you have a safe life right now. And we have to say life, not just evening or Halloween. You guys stay safe. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Tammy.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, everybody.